Authorities say she went into cardiac arrest while fighting flu-like symptoms. She was 47 years old.
I can't wait. I can't wait for everybody to find out what's really been going on in the background.
You guys, Diddy's daughters, Jessie and Delia, are stepping into the spotlight. And what they have to say about their father is nothing short of jaw-dropping, as the fallout from Diddy's shocking arrest sends shock waves through their lavish lives. The sisters are ready to wage war against their step-brothers Justin and Christian, and spill the secrets that have been locked away for far too long, with accusations of mistreatment and tragic family history being dragged into the light. It's clear that this family is on the brink of a scandalous and violent collapse. In case you're wondering why, the sisters are finally breaking their silence. Well, whispers of deep-seated resentment and a desire for justice against their father, a man they once idolized, are igniting a fierce battle within the Combs dynasty. What's happening in Diddy's family is straight out of a Hollywood drama. Y'all, there is a lot to unpack here, so sit tight and let's get right into it.
I guess that's what the whole name bad boy comes from, that people don't really understand. What is it? What is a bad boy? Why did he choose that name?
So in a stunning turn of events, Diddy's own unpraised laundry, exposing a side of Diddy that the world has never seen. And it all has to do with the suspicious demise of their mother, Kim Porter. Not only that, word on the street is that Jessie and Delilah's hearts are filled with anguish. And for the longest time, they have been desperate to break free from Diddy's grip and start anew. Turns out, the untold story of his daughter's suffering has remained hidden in the shadows for years. But now, with the media frenzy swirling around Diddy's legal battles and alleged crimes, we could be hearing the truth regarding Kim Porter. This harrowing tale of betrayal, heartache, and a quest for freedom also gives us insight into the dark side of fame and fortune, where even the brightest stars cast the darkest shadows. To give you guys some context, we'll have to start from the very beginning. As everyone would know by now, the glittering world of celebrity and fame often looks like perfection. And that's exactly how Jessie and Delilah Combs have always been perceived, like the true definition of elegance and grace.
I'm speechless. I am speechless. Baby, you look so beautiful. So beautiful. She's a future actress. Her name is Chance Combs. Chance, you tell her.
Yes, I'm an aspiring actress, and it's my first time at the Oscars, so I'm really excited to be here. Yeah.
The twin girls haven't been in the spotlight as much as their father or older stepbrothers, except for a few glamorous appearances, dazzling fashion moments, and a seemingly unbreakable bond with their father. Turns out, behind the celebrity glamour is a hidden story of tragedy and betrayal that the public never knew about until now. For those of you who aren't aware, Diddy has 6 kids, at least the ones that we know of. And he had Jessie and Delilah back in 2006 with his then-girlfriend, the late Kim Porter. Diddy and Porter's relationship seemed perfect, and Diddy even adopted Kim's son Quincy, whom she had with Ab3se, yet behind the smiles and camera flashes was a darkness that would eventually shatter the illusion of familial bliss. Things started falling apart when one day in 2018, the world woke up to the shocking news that beloved Kim Porter had tragically passed away. It goes without saying that her sudden demise sent shockwaves through the celebrity world, which was followed by an outpouring of grief from fans and colleagues alike. But that's also where the plot Dickens loves. People were shocked to discover that Diddy and Kim had a complex on and off relationship with more fights than happy memories. Well, no. What we know now, you can only imagine what it felt like to parent alongside Diddy. Full of ups and downs, co-parenting with Diddy was such a nightmare that Kim decided to write a book documenting her experience as a parent. And word has it that Diddy wasn't pleased when he found out what Kim was up to. Kim Porter was working on a book before she died. It was around that time that she passed, and the cause of death was ruled as lobar pneumonia. Even at the time, it didn't quite add up that someone who seemed perfectly healthy succumbed so quickly to a respiratory illness. It's too many coincidences, too. Many. Kim's death left a trail of unanswered questions and unresolved emotions. But back then, no one dared to go against the almighty Diddy. So for years, rumors have been flying left and right, left and center. that Diddy's actions leading up to her passing played a significant role in her tragic end. Kim's former partner, Ab3se, one has gone on record for years claiming that there was foul play in Kim's demise on several occasions. He even took to social media and has made several now deleted cryptic posts about his suspicions. They suggested Kim might have been running from something or someone right before her passing, and even hinted that Kim had confided in him about this.
Kim Porter was working on a book before she died.
Imagine being Jesse, Delilah, and Quincy stuck between the love they once had for their father and the growing realization that he might not be who they thought he was. Literally feels like living in a twisted soap opera. Of course, as kids, they were protected from such news, but they definitely picked a few hush-hush stories, which they definitely rubbished now that they live with their father, who has been nothing short of loving, caring, and super present in their lives. But as they grew in news of their father's deeds, including trafficking individuals below legal age, they had no choice but to side-eye their father. Close sources have now hinted that their doubts regarding their mother's death have been lingering in their minds, even as they've had to smile for the cameras, pretending everything is fine, when inside, they've been wrestling with their feelings and secrets. That's a heavy burden for anyone to carry, let alone two 17-year-olds fast. Forward to now, the twins have allegedly decided to step out of the shadows and go into the spotlight, determined to share their truth. They are no longer the little girls who relied on Diddy for support, and so they are ready to reclaim their narrative. The media has been buzzing, but the real story lies in the pain that they've kept bottled up. Is it just me, or does it feel like the weight of their mother's loss has been compounded by their father's arrest and dirty secrets getting exposed? Come to think about it, there's a good chance that Diddy's definition of being a present dad was throwing money at his kids and not actually being there. Because we all know Diddy has been too busy killing other people's careers and dreams to fully be there for them after Kim's death. No, seriously, how can you explain Jesse and Delilah's alleged sudden change of heart to the point that they've even moved out and are house hunting? Because they want to start a life without their father's interference or influence. If anything, it's actually Kim's friend Leanda Lane that has been acting as a caregiver since her death and has actually stepped up following Diddy's arrest. A source told the USS Sun Leanda was with the star's twin daughters looking at houses to rent last month as they were planning to move out of their dad's main residence. The insider said the twins have found the situation with their dad incredibly tough, and they are only 17 and still at school. Let's just say that fame and fortune don't equate to happiness or family unity, even as the world viewed Diddy as a successful mogul behind closed doors. Jesse and Delilah were fighting to be seen and heard. It's important to understand in the context of what these young women are going through, plus the pressure of living up to the Com's name right now is super immense. And Jesse and Delilah are not just fighting for their truth, but also for their identity. And before I forget, let's talk about the emotional turmoil they face. Without a doubt, there are definitely some mental health struggles since their mother's passing. Weight of their mother's death, combined with the challenges of being Diddy's daughters, has pushed them to their limits. But just as the emotional weight seemed unbearable, the federal raids on Diddy's luxurious properties in Los Angeles and Miami must have also made the girls realize their father wasn't the hero they may have assumed he was, and with that, they had to reconsider everything they'd had regarding their mother's death, as it was packed here at his home yesterday with Homeland Security agents. Though it's still unclear where he was during the time of those raids. But surely there is no way federal agents would have bothered to comb through Diddy's $4 million mansion in the hills if they didn't think those trafficking allegations were unserious. All right, on to the next part of this scandal, a situation even as Jesse and Delilah seemed ready to step out of their father's shadow to reclaim their place in the world.